When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and nature's God entitles them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. Welcome back, my fellow patriots, to the Save Our Republic daily video episode. And today we're going to talk about that first sentence of the Declaration of Independence, and in particular, the laws of nature and nature's God. Is there natural law, and what is it? The Founding Fathers and the founding generation certainly believed that there was natural law. And this is something that is ignored, discarded, denigrated, just attacked viciously by many people in today's society. And others just don't understand it at all. So I'm going to try to walk through this very quickly. The Founding Fathers believed that there was truth. We discussed that in a prior episode. And they believed that you could discover the truth by discerning, debating, using reason and logic, experimentation, whatever it might be, to come up with a great understanding of what the truth was. And I'll give you an example. Science. We've heard a lot about believe in science in the last few months. Well, there's physics, there's chemistry, there's biology, there's mathematics. I think even in today's cynical society, most people will believe that 2 plus 2 equals 4, that the earth is round, that there's certain biological processes that we're all affected by, the laws of physics hold, even though over time we've learned more and more. You know, when I grew up, there weren't these things called quarks and all that kind of stuff. But you can discern certain laws of nature. But there's also laws of nature that apply to mankind. You should not murder. You should not commit adultery. You should not lie under oath. You should not steal. You should not covet your neighbor's wife. Okay, some of those are extrapolations of the 10th Amendment. The 10 Commandments. But those are universal ideas that carry across almost all societies. And so with reason and logic and deduction, you can come up with these ideas of a natural law that apply not just to science and the physical world, but to the world of man and how to govern ourselves. And the founders believed very deeply that there was such a natural law that applied to the affairs of the organization of man, and that we should strive to seek that law and to have it apply to us on an everyday, daily basis. And they believe that the Declaration of Independence announced some of those natural laws. That's the first principles that I've talked about before. Unalienable rights, limited government, the social compact, equality, the right to alter and abolish an oppressive government, the rule of law. All those are derivations of natural law. And that we should try to construct our society around those natural laws. Now, there may be people that don't like to hear that. They say, let's disjoint the American experiment from a religious basis, but that is doing historical violence to what really happened. Most of the Founding Fathers deeply believed in a supreme being. They believed in rights and natural law, and that's why we got the Declaration of Independence and our Constitution. I'm not saying that you can't be an atheist or agnostic, and I've been both. Started as an atheist, became an agnostic, and now I'm a Catholic. And you can believe in the American system, even if you are not religious, but we ought not to divorce ourselves from historical reality and understand our origins. This is very important to preserving our freedoms and liberties. And the fact that we have distanced ourselves and really kind of forgotten and put in a closet or said, that's what they did 500 years ago or 200 years ago, we don't have to worry about it today, is part of the reason that our society is unraveling. Because we don't have a natural law to unite us all together. Now, I don't mean to say that natural law should be something that you'd necessarily do in a courtroom or as you're doing policy, but it should inform all of our public policy decisions and undergird our Constitution Declaration. We ought to really understand this whole concept so that we can fix on certain unalterable principles like unalienable rights, a limited government, the social compact, equality, the right to alter and abolish an oppressive government. Those are immutable because they're always true because they come from natural law. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about what happens when you have no natural law belief and you believe that man is above nature. Don't forget to look at patriotweek.org, my book, americasurvivalguide.com, and in connection with natural law, episode 7 of the Patriot Lessons American History and Civics podcast does give a deeper overview of this concept, and so I definitely recommend that you listen to that. Again, that's episode 7 of the Patriot Lessons American History and Civics podcast. Until tomorrow, God bless you, and God bless America.